Hello guys and welcome to this week's video. And have I just thrown on a wig and a bit of eyeliner to make myself YouTube presentable? Yeah, I have. I really can't be bothered to put any more makeup on, so yeah. Now, as you read from the title, I have bought my dream Barbie doll, and has this made me broke for the rest of October unless I get some art commissions? Yeah, it has. But does it mean I have less chance of actually missing out on getting an almost complete doll of this doll? Well, I have it here, so I'm not missing out on anything except for not having any money for the rest of the month. Right, before we open this, let me know in the comments what doll you think it is based on the blurry thumbnail. No cheating, and if you hate being wrong, then just tell me what your dream doll is. So yeah, I got this off eBay. She's not boxed or anything, she isn't even complete, but she was the most complete listing. My chances of getting a complete doll of her is somewhat low, because even like my time of kind of browsing eBay for her, I've never actually seen a complete listing. I did see one where she was in her box, I think that went for like 80 quid, but I don't think she was like, oh, I don't think it was the whole box. I think it might have just been the cardboard backing. How does this box open? I think she was complete, but she just didn't have like, or she wasn't like, the box had been opened or something. Like it wasn't just like a minting condition boxed doll. Oh my god, I see her. Come on, open it. Give me my doll. Open. Oh yeah, I also have the DVD there. Let me move that out of the way. Okay. Oh, come on. Come on. I can't get her out. Open the damn box. There we go. There she is. Oh my god. Her knees. Yeah, she's got like the knees that bend. Oh wow, you need a little bit of TLC. I probably won't even make any commentary right now. Okay. So her hair needs a lot of work. It surprisingly still has her like original hair elastics in. I believe it was supposed to be in a ponytail though. Yeah, her hair's supposed to be in a ponytail. Also, I need to get the original case. Because, look, this isn't the original case. It's like a reprint thing. Oh my gosh. Her wings are like... I wasn't expecting her wings to be like that. It's like her wings have been burnt. Okay. Okay, where's the... Okay, there's the... Ah! Hair is attached inside the wings. Okay. Oh my god. They flash. Yeah, okay, so they flash. I don't know if you can... You can't see that on the camera. Okay. Where can I get a dark place? I don't want to close them curtains. Right. Okay, there we go. Okay, now there she is. Oh, look, look, look! Now I can see it. Ah, look at it. So it's more of like a flash then, because I couldn't actually work out, like on the eBay listings, how the wings actually flashed. So, this doll is in desperate need of some TLC. The hair needs redoing. I need to see if I'm able to fix these wings somewhat, because they are just... they don't look display. Like, they wouldn't look good on a display. They're a little bit ratty. I think her clothes might need washing. The petals on the skirt need kind of setting in place, because all they want to do is like bunch up. I need to see if I can get that mark off her leg there. And I need to find her a new necklace. I'm not going to be able to find her original necklace, so I'm going to have to make her one. And now we're on to the restoration part of the video. These sandals were so hard to get off. I had to really wiggle them off. And I needed to take the clothes off. I was originally going to wash them, but then I just didn't end up washing them. Just examining the clothes and cutting off any kind of loose threads where it was fraying. I went and got my fabric scissors to make it a bit easier, and just kind of cleaned up the clothes. The skirt had a lot of fraying. I also found the little Fairytopia label in there. Now, on the netting on the skirt, there was a lot of like fibres and doll hair tangled up in it, so I had to kind of pick that out of there. And I also unravelled the netting a bit. It's supposed to be like flower petal shaped, but of course it's been all kind of scrunched up and tangled. Elena's wings also fell victim to the exact same fate as the skirt. There was just a lot of doll hair and stuff stuck in her wings, and it took me so long to get it all out. She's obviously been sat in a toy box for a decade, and so just doll hair and stuff has gotten all tangled up in there. There was like this red hair in there, so I'm guessing that there was an Ariel doll in the toy box or something, because yeah, there was just a lot of hair tangled up in these wings. Now, this next bit could garner me some angry comments, but yeah, I did have to sort of trim up her wings because they were just so ratty on the ends. They were all just, like, all the fibre optics were all bent out of place and stuff, and it just made it look really not great. So I did sort of trim the edges of the wings down so they could at least look a bit neater. Also, it's a little bit hard to tell, but I am repeatedly pressing the button on her back so I can see the wings lit up and kind of see where they look messy and that I'm not really doing any harm to the overall look of the wings when they're lit up. So yeah, I was extra careful when doing this. Now, I can't even stress to you guys how small the hemlines were on this skirt. They were tiny, but there was places where the fabric had frayed, and it would just look way too messy if I had tried to kind of re-hem it. So instead, I just got some fabric glue and sort of glued the frayed fabric back in place. Like, the sewing thread was still there, it's just that the fabric itself had kind of frayed and came out of the thread. And I'm using some bulldog clips to hold the fabric in place whilst it dries. Alina had some marks on her, and because she has electronics going on inside her, I couldn't just give her a bath. So I used one of them magic cleaning sponges on her. I don't know what it's called because, yeah. So I just sort of spot cleaned her wherever there were like little marks and things. I really didn't think I'd be able to get the ones off her legs, but I was surprised to see that they actually disappeared. So with the glue on the clothes still drying and the marks now gone off of her body, it was time to start working on fixing the hair. And if you remember at the start of the video, I said that she still had the original hair elastics in the front of her hair, and as you can imagine, these hair elastics are from, what, 2004? 2005? Like, probably, maybe 2003. I don't remember when this doll was released, but these hair elastics were rotten. Like, worse than Monster High dolls, obviously, because, like, Monster High dolls are a bit, like, younger than that, but my gosh, the hair elastics were horrible to get out because they were just, like, crumbling, but it also made the hair really sticky. It was, yeah. But enough about the 17-year-old hair elastics. I just started brushing through the hair, trying to get as many knots out as I could before dunking her hair in boiling hot water. Of course, careful not to get it on the body, which is why she's all wrapped up in plastic. So yeah, I just made sure that all the hair was getting warm, and I'm just kind of trying to straighten the hair out with the hot water. I have little to no experience with restoring dolls, so I'm mostly just trying to mimic what I've seen on TikTok and stuff. After a few dunks, I managed to get the frizz under control, and I started styling the hair, starting with the front two bits. I had some clear elastic bands, so at least it could look like the original, I suppose. I did the ponytail off camera, and it is time to curl it. I don't have any plastic straws, so I ended up just using paintbrushes and a bunch of hair ties. And you'll see the results of that at the end of the video. Once she had enough paintbrushes in her hair to satisfy an art student, I dunked her hair in boiling hot water again, so this is fresh boiled water, and I let that dry overnight. Oh wow, would you look at that, it's the next day. Now, although I've tried curling dolls' hair before with water, I've never actually left it overnight, so I was kind of scared that the hair would turn out like how my Monster High dolls turned out in that restoration video. The curls just kind of fell out because I was too impatient, but as you can see, the curls here are amazing. Like, I'm so happy with how curly they were. Something tells me that I need to dedicate a week to just sorting out my Monster High dolls' hairs, because, like, this hair, I love it so much. I love how this turned out. With her hair all done and the glue on the clothes now dry, I put all the clothes back on her, and the only thing I had to do now was replace the things that she hadn't come with. For her hair flower, I decided to make the rose out of tissue paper because I am an amateur in many crafts, and I could not find my packaging stash for the life of me, so I managed to find this white tissue paper and I coloured it in with marker, which was a very delicate process because the tissue paper just wanted to rip at any given moment. Now, do I remember how to make flowers out of tissue paper? No, I don't, so I just sort of winged it and eventually ended up with something that could be perceived as a rose. Now for the necklace, I decided to go movie accurate with it instead of doll accurate because the doll's necklace is just kind of pink plastic with a few blue stripes on it. Anyway, I'm using heat shrinking paper here and I'm just drawing the design on there. I did use markers, but they rubbed off when I was cutting it out, so I ended up just using coloured pencils instead on the finished necklace. Now for this to be turned into a necklace, I needed to make a little hole at the top of the necklace for string or a chain to go through. So I did that with a craft knife first, and then I cut the actual butterfly out with scissors. And here's where the magic happens. I got my heat gun out and just started blasting the butterfly with some heat, and it shrunk down. Once it had cooled down, I took some sparkly Mod Podge and just kind of did 2 layers of that on top. For anyone who doesn't know, sparkly Mod Podge is just Mod Podge with iridescent rainbow glitter in it. And with the tiniest crochet hook I could find in the house, I crocheted a chain with sewing thread. And to make the chain less bland, I added some more of that sparkle Mod Podge onto it, just so there'd be glitter on it. Once it was all dry, I took some of the same colour thread and basically sewed the butterfly pendant to the middle of the necklace to ensure that 1, it would stay in the middle of the necklace, and 2, so that the pendant wouldn't turn to the side. If I just threaded it straight onto the chain, then it would just turn to the side and not stay facing forward. And the last thing I needed to do was just tie the necklace around her neck, which I did have to get some tweezers to help out, and I just tied a little bow and cut off the excess thread. And here she is all ready to go on the shelf. I think I did a really good job restoring her, and especially that necklace as well. I think it looks really good, and I'm really happy with how the hair turned out, especially for my first time doing that sort of thing. Here is her all lit up. Of course, her right wing does have quite a bit of damage to the fibre optics, which there's not really a whole lot I can do about that. And yeah, I'm so happy that I have this doll now. Let me know in the comments how you think this restoration went, and if you'd be interested in seeing more doll restoration videos on this channel. That will be all for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!